alive, let's hit the dance floor. Don't work too hard, might break a backbone. Return of the Mack, the king is back though. Corvette and cash, I never lack those. She saw the stone, you know how that go. Fatality, my diamonds that cold. Versace trunks, I hit my backstroke. Knock on the door, she at the back, bro. All I really take is a little taste. Island girl, blue eyes with a little bass. Here for the thrill, I don't need a chaser. Wanna vibe at the getaway. Shimmy, shimmy, yeah, I got the semi-four way. Don't step out the line like this a probate. You hit the line and try to locate. This for the time, got time for no day. One, too many, I'm going. Too crazy and I got bad ones and they ready. A good time, so now it's into it, we left that. Can't remember anything, but I know we got lit.
How's it going? It's Ben here. I'm here to show you a little bit about my office update and how a few of the things that I've added has made it more productive and creative for me to be working in my own space. And so hopefully through this little journey of this video, you'll be able to find a few little hints and tips and a few of the little pickups that I've done with my office that hopefully can help you in your space. So let's start with the desk, as it's the focal point of the whole room and it's basically where everything seems to branch off from. The desk is from Omnidesk, who were kind enough to send this desk to me, as well as a few other bits and pieces, which I'll cover later in the video. But I love this desk for a few reasons. Number one, it's wide. And while there are a number of different size options to choose from, I really love the wide one. The tabletop is the XL size, which is about 183 centimeters wide, and it just commands the space. It's big enough to have all the things I need on it while also allowing for space to breathe and not be too claustrophobic while you're sitting there. Now, number two, even though it is wide, it's as solid as it gets. Compared to my previous DIY sit-stand desk, which really wasn't sturdy at all, it would bend and shake, this one is a rock. Number three, the color is nice and natural. It's a beautiful tone and I love how it fits the aesthetic of all of the other different colors that I've chosen in the room. The color that I chose on this one was the Acacia Light. I went with the black legs to complement the tool chest. Now the whole desk is powered by the control center. You can control everything pretty much here, or otherwise you can also use the app. Now when I first heard that there was an app, I thought it was a little bit strange, as there seems to be enough buttons on the control to control everything that you want. You know, you just want to go up or you want to go down. But the app also offers so much more and so many bits of extra personalization that you just can't get on any other desk. You can set the light colors, you can even set stand goals or reminders, because if you're anything like me, I would usually end up sitting all day and forget that there was an option to even move the desk up and down. But now with goal setting as well, you can essentially gamify your standing minutes, and the reminders will help prompt you to. The desk will actually vibrate to let you know it's time to stand. Inside the app, you can also set the anti-collision sensitivity, which basically means the desk will sense if you've bashed into something and it needs to stop moving. Unlike my old desk, which would just keep on going until it reached its endpoint and destroyed everything in its path. Setting up the desk was really simple and straightforward. They really tried to minimize the number of problems that might occur while putting your desk all together. They give you this handy tool thing that makes the build easy, and they pre-drill a whole bunch of different holes, so there's basically no way of getting it wrong. One of the big reasons why anyone would update their desk space would be to make it cleaner and more productive, and cables really don't mesh with that idea, so you need to find ways of making this process clutter-free. Let's start with the inbuilt one that comes with the desk. I really like this magnetic option. It seems like such a simple idea, but it makes a huge impact. Being able to access the cables and then have them stored easy using magnets and a few metal pieces is just genius. In addition to the inbuilt cable management, I also have the larger cable management option from Omnidesk also. It's good because it matches the legs, but like all good cable management, you don't really see it. Overall, I must say that this is easily the best home office desk that I've ever used, and certainly would highly recommend to anyone who's looking to up their desk game. The shelf riser is homemade. My old man made it. We had some reclaimed timber that we just knocked it all together, and we custom made it to fit these IKEA drawers, which were trimmed down to make it fit. I use the drawers to store away things that I don't often use on the desk but still need to access quickly, like my Wacom tablet or random cables or SSDs. So I've also got this power supply that clamps to the desk and sits under the shelf riser. I got this from Omnidesk too, and it's really perfect for plugging in all those ad hoc things. I actually plug the laptop in it and any random cables that I want to have power for the desk from. I've been using this wireless charger from Moshi, I think that's how it's pronounced, and I opted to keep it a little bit further away from the main area for a couple of different reasons. One is to keep the main area less cluttered, and the second is to hopefully keep me from checking in on my phone too often as well. Now, I wanted to keep the top of my desk fairly free and open, but I also wanted to find something to cover the cables and all of the power supply that sits under the shelf. So I figured a soundbar for this would work best. I think getting any speakers probably would just clutter the top, so a soundbar kind of made sense for sitting under the shelf. The one I'm using is an iCurol, and it's a solid little machine and offers decent volume and sound. Nothing life-changing, but it does what I want it to do. When I need much higher end quality for editing or doing other things, I go to my Marshall headphones instead. My Mack is the control center for all of the work, and it's been amazing for me in my workflow. I'm currently using the M1 Max Pro 16-inch. It's my first time in a long time that I've moved away from PC as my main rig. But in saying that, I'm also currently working on a custom PC build video, which I'm extremely excited about. So if you haven't already subscribed, jump on, as that video is going to be a lot of fun. The monitor is a Dell UP2716D. It's the Premier Color Ultra Sharp. I have this purely because of the colors it offers. It's a good little workhorse with high color accuracy, which is perfect for my needs. The monitor arm is also from Omnidesk and is a good basic monitor arm, which allows me to hide all the monitor cables inside, but also give me freedom and movement for the monitor when I want to move it. The keyboard and mouse combo is from Dell also. They're pretty old now. I've had them for about 4 or 5 years, and it's probably the one thing that I'm going to be looking to upgrade on in the future. The desk mat is from minimaldesksetups.com. It's the large premium wool blend in light gray, which is about 90 centimeters wide by 40 centimeters. It's got a non-slip back on it, which is good. It's not too bad. I'll let you know in the future whether or not I'd recommend it, but the jury's still out. It's not bad. I also have a little jar full of Jolly Ranchers. They're in watermelon flavor. I'm obsessed with them. Now, there's a few plants on the desk. Some of them are faux and some of them are real. I just love how plants really change the space and make an area look so much cozier and homely somehow. I'll probably get a few more soon because I just really love plants and I love having a few more of them. They just fill the space so nicely. I really wasn't happy with the standard room lighting, so I tried to add as many lights to fill the space more effectively. All the lighting is either smart controlled or remote, so it makes it really easy to adjust or switch on. It's also all RGB, color changeable, but I mostly stick with either just, a warm or natural color range. So I have an RGB light strip on the edge of the curtain, which just hangs down from, near the roof, which is a subtle feel to the darker corner of the room. I also have this golden teal floor lamp, which I love, just for task lighting the desk, which I've paired with a desk lamp on the other side just to balance the light. Underneath the desk, I also have another light strip to give another area just a little bit of fill, and that's pretty much it. So one of the main parts that I use for storage is this tool chest. After looking around for what seemed like an age to find some office storage that fitted my budget or at least looked good in the room was just impossible. So I found that this tool chest really made a lot more sense for me. It has caster wheels on the bottom so it's easily moved around. It's got a million different drawers so I can separate all the different things I need it for like my different camera equipment or just general office accessories. I also got these crazy gold skull hooks from a shop in Bali, and it's been a few years, but I thought now would be a great time to finally put them to use. I ended up hanging them on the closet door frame for easy access of my 2 camera bags. I rarely use the door that they half sit on, but the door still opens fine with them there too. One of the last things that I needed to sort out was the artwork for the walls, and I decided to go ahead and put a few of my own art pieces up because I had a few already. And if you've been following me for a while, you'll know what I think about printing your own work. It's easily one of the best things you can do to appreciate the art that you do. I guess over time, I think I'll probably change these up, and I've got a few plans to add a few other artists as well. But I really love how the art really fills the wall space. The rug actually came from our master bedroom, as my wife told me earlier that she wanted to update it anyway, and so I just sped that process up. So you're welcome. A rug in this room is kind of essential for a few reasons, as the room has a hardwood floor and located on the second floor, so it actually makes a decent amount of noise when I roll around, and the whole house can hear it. But also it gives the office a softer touch and acts as a decent sound panel to absorb the sound reverb, and especially helps for doing voiceovers like this. I have to say that entering a room that is created specifically for you is a wonderful thing. Finding the right balance and the items that fit your needs is key, and deciding what colours you want to work with will help you decide the best options going forward too. I'll also say this space is really only half finished. There's the other half of my office which still needs a ton of work, but that will all come with time, and I'll be sure to update you with all of those changes as they come. If you've enjoyed watching, please leave a like, and if you want to follow the next step of this journey, why not go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. But that's really it from me. I'll see you soon, so get out of here.